10 to 3 a.m. 10 to 3 a.m. and I'm awake again. I just been reading a news article in The Guardian about Poland by a Polish lady. Well, she was brought up there years back. And she was describing how much Poland has changed. Even the poorer parts of Poland have overtaken the poorer parts of the United Kingdom. Or Britain, if you want to call it that. Or restrict it to that. We've lost a lot of ground in the last 7 years since that mad referendum. Wales, Wales generally, really. It's going down the shitter, man. There's a bit of a microcosm around here. Cross hands. But it's only a microcosm. Yeah, there's a lot of industry here. There's a small company I worked for a while in 1990s. Cross hands. They're not there anymore. And the other morning I was walking past, and now their units, it's got 4 units just around the corner type thing. It was that company then wasn't going anywhere. But anyway, these days there's a new company. Does this new company is completely different people, I think. Yeah. And I've just been researching them, and they're into fire precaution systems, or fire for fighting systems. Seem to be doing all right. Yeah. One day I'll have to bus by and say hello. God, what I'm thinking now. You remember the Grenfell fire? That shouldn't have happened. If one of their systems was in that building. Oh, God, it's bloody criminal what happened there, man. Oh, a lot of people, stayed up all night. I had a TV then. And I remember, was it 2017, was it? I was just finished watching a movie, and I was scanning through the channels, and I jumped on one of the main channels, and suddenly this building on fire turned up. But it only just started, and I was captivated. My eyes went wider and wider. Holy fucking holy man! And I remember one fella being interviewed at some point. He said, "I just saw a fella." He says, "I just saw a fella. I just saw a fella. He jumped out of one of the top flats, and he's around the corner there on the floor, dead." And fuck, it's rolling. That, and no one's been charged for negligence, stroke manslaughter. It's a Tory local council, Chelsea and Kensington, isn't it? And the fair play to the fire brigade. They inspected it beforehand, and they sent in their report saying it's a death trap. Do something about it. And but the Tories with their systems, which they've employed for the last 13 years, deep buried it. Deep buried it. And that just symbolises how everything has been for the last 13 years. It's bloody depressing, man. God almighty. Look what's happening now. The main serious danger to health is what they're doing with this sewage dumping, effluent dumping, untreated effluent dumping. And I said just a couple of days ago, especially in southeast of England, they take boreholes and they take water out of boreholes under the ground from the chalk. There's chalk and limestone chalk underground rivers, and they put boreholes, and then they do the minimal of treatment and send it out as your drinking water. And dear God, and all this effluent in river, right? And it just it'll just sink slowly into the water table, and it'll end up, God knows what sort of, if they treat sewage like that, what do they do with the drinking water they send you? Are they cost cutting there as well? And I've noticed some people in the southeast, and well, everywhere really, is suddenly getting ill. Like something like gastric flu or things like that. Uh, Anyway, the basic safety systems of society has collapsed in all shapes and forms. Grenfell Tower was a symbol, and all this untreated effluent dumping, it all for money, dividends and shares.